Yay! Online. We are online. We are live. Mic is on. There's a different music on the background, so let me know if it's annoying or if you prefer the older playlist, because I can't find the one that I used in the second part of streaming. I don't know where I put it. I have no idea what the name of the playlist was, so I have to check out my old videos to see what it was. There we go. We are going to boil the water. Oh, that's 100. There we go. There's no Joe today. So today we're going to have tea just for me and with you guys. Tasting something that I haven't had much tastings before. We are going for a Heicha. I had Heicha before once, and I found a new package that I wanted to try. So we have Heicha. Let's see what else we have. We have tools to open up the package. I have my small gaiwan because I'm just by myself. I'm going for my glass Gongmei Bay that has the snow effect. I know it's not snowing, but I haven't used this for such a long time. Filter just in case. Small cup for you guys. We're going for our little capybara teapot. And I am a little bit debating if I want to use my clay cup or if I want to go for a matching glass. So I think the matching glass might actually be nice. So I don't know why I have a second cup now. I'm just by myself. I'm so used to having more cups. So there we go. Yeah, but it is a Heicha, and Heicha is drank on a warm and hot side, so that's why I was a little bit debating if I was going to use glass. So, Sonic Food and Hakisumi, did you survive Joe's set from yesterday? Did you survive his 12-hour stream that he had yesterday? Coconut candle! Oh, that's so nice. That's so nice. I also want candles. Was it long enough? Therefore, you're checking in the stream today. It wasn't long enough. Oh, 24-hour stream next. Oh, I think he would just go to bed in between. He cannot stay awake for 24 hours. That's not healthy. That's not healthy. I think if he would do that, he would definitely go to bed in between. Yeah, I can understand. And also the karaoke stuff that was going on, I was like, why did we do that? Why did we do that? Guys, oh my god. You heard me singing yesterday, which is most of the time not happening, but oh, and the games that we played as well. Wait. This smells very interesting. Okay. Let's talk first about let me introduce the tea. I'm just cutting up the package. What was that? Oh, it was my pen. Don't know where it rolled. Yeah, there are lots of crazy answers in Quiplash. It was crazy. Although some of them were kind of like, yeah, I'm not surprised. I kind of forgot what ozigiri is, to be honest. I'm like, what was it? What was it again? I don't remember anymore. In my head was keep saying onigiri, but it that's not what we were talking about. I kind of kept forgetting what onigiri meant. It's like I heard the name so many times. Ah, it is an artist. Yeah, okay, there we go. Ah, yeah, that's why I heard the name so many times before. I was like, what was it again? Was it an artist? Was it someone I met before? I might actually. I've no idea. I always end up on the side of the artist without knowing who the artist actually is. So that's always my luck. Let's see, what do we have before I'm going to weigh the tea? We have from Chamut, we have Tianjian Heicha. Heicha. Hello, Resetter. And this one is from Anhua in Hunan. I've got a little bit of the part of the website. It's handpicked from the untamed tea bushes high in the rugged mountains of Anhua, and this Tianjian is a rare gem among Heicha, traditionally reserved for emperors and nobility. I think I should wear something noble right now. You got pu'er. Good luck on that one. I'm so not into pu'er. Oh goodness. Hello, Bali. Hello. Do I see a crying face? Yeah, a crying face. Why? Unlike compressed bricks, Tianjian is loosely packed. That's correct. Allowing its dark, twisted leaves to breed and mature gracefully over the years. And the result? A tea of profound depth with an aroma that whispers of damp forest floors, aged cedar, and whisper of sweet medicinal herbs. Aroma that whispers of damp forest floors. I mean, earthy, woody, and alive with a deep honeyed sweetness, almost yancha-like, velvety with notes of aged pu'ers. Oh god. Richness, but with a brighter, more uplifting finish. Okay, that sounds more promising. Dried plum. I had to look twice before I wrote this down. Antique parchment. And a faint smokiness linger on the palate, evolving with each step. I think we do have a very special jam that, if I may be honest, it screams old. It screams old. It screams like it's like someone took this from their attic and it's like, oh, this is it has been aging there for a while, so let's yeah, that's why I'm gonna open up the package. And these dry leaves do smell very old. Like, it does remind me of old things. Also, lots of herbs indeed. No, not damp, not at all, but I think later when there's water on it, it will have this dampy kind of fragrance. Since I'm by myself with quite a small gaiwan, are we going for 4 grams? This one? Are we going for 5 grams? It's like quite small leaves. Let's see. I think I'm happy that I have my filter. Should I go for 4.5 grams just to Have some of the kick, but not too much. I know what. Just put in 5. Let's put in 5. Fine. Let's get tea drunk. There we go. I normally have these little closures, but I have no idea where I put them. 5 grams on a very small gaiwan. This is gonna be tea drunk time. Yay. Okay. Let's get you guys close on my tea leaves. Don't mind the webcam, it always needs a little bit of time to adjust. I'm just gonna touch it with my fingers because I'm by myself. Very, very, very dark leaves, and they're very loose also. Like my other Heicha that I tried before was like a brick. But these are loose. Quite tightly curled. Rolled, I must say. I feel there's a little bit of everything in there. Like I see tightly curled up, rolled up. Don't really see these balls like oolong, so I've also no idea how to brew it correctly, so this is gonna be interesting. But first, we'll warm up our gear. It's a shame that Joe cannot join in for today's stream and taste. And let's see, Bali was working. Yeah, I would cry too. Hakisumi's also working, but not on at his job. He's doing stuff. And Bali TV is tired. Also, the weather is not helping. It's very dramatic weather. It's very cold. Rainy. It's also not really much of a weather to enjoy the sunny outside. What I'm gonna do is leave the water in there. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Let's see. I'm just trying to warm up my gongdabe a lot. Let's see, what spoon do we have? We have Hello Kitty today. Hey. So, dry leaves go into the warmed up gaiwan. Shaky, shaky. I'm a little bit scared to smell what's going on now. I did not expect that. What? That smells good. There's... Well, let's steam it a little bit. Oh, there's this smokiness. I must admit that normally when I do this, when I have this warmed up gaiwan and when I put the tea leaves in, I often have this blast of a smell. I don't really have much of a blast of a smell in this gaiwan right now, or with this tea. But the first thing that pops up when I open up the lid is smokiness, but it's very, very faint. Sipping jasmine sencha. Here I am. You have a very lovely light tea, and here I am going for a very heavy tea. Okay, does it state anywhere how to brew this? I'm just gonna quickly have a check on how to brew this correctly. How to brew Heicha. Nee, niet Hojicha. Heicha. Yeah. No, we're not gonna boil it for 3 minutes. We're doing Kung Fu Cha, guys. Yeah. Should I also rinse this? I think I should. Why is it not written anywhere? From all the workout. Oh, there you go. Use boiling water, check. About 5 to 7 grams of tea, check. Perform a quick rinse, we're gonna do that. Then steep for 15 to 20 seconds initially. Oh, I don't want all the spam in here. Okay, let's do a quick rinse. I think my capybara would be happy with that. Quick rinse it is. What type of workout did you do for the muscles to hurt? Yes. That's the best answer. Yes. Okay. Oh, first one is already a bit on the color side, so let's give this to our capybara pet. Okay, my face went a whole different direction than I thought it would be. What? I have no idea how to explain this smell except for what I just explained from the booklet. There's a smokiness. There's also something sweet to it. There is this hint of pu'er smell, but in a sweet way. Normally pu'er has this kind of a, I would always say fishy, but I think seaweed kind of smell would be a better description. But this one has that more of a, I think if you would open up a drawer with very old, earthy, woody kind of medicinal herbs, and have it damp. I think the damp forest floor would actually be a very good description over here. And also there's something that reminds me a little bit of licorice. And like I said, it's more like lots of medicinal herbs. It doesn't smell bad actually. The capybara! Actually it's my let's see. Tea pet, and he is in a little bucket of tea at this moment. And normally I have this cat beside me, but I was like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna use capybara. I forgot his name because Joe gave him his name. I forgot. There was something like a coffee name on this animal. But it's very cute. He's like... It's just... Hank. Nice one. I think Joe called him cappuccino. Like the coffee, but a little bit of a name twister. Oh, what's watching you? Whee. So, shall we make our first cup? And that's about 15 seconds. Yeah, I think it was cappuccino. Something like that. I think Joe gave him that name. Cappuccino. Oh, Fred. I love it. I think this is about 15 seconds. Whoa, that's already dark. That's already a dark tea. Oh, wow. Took the lid off and it's, wow. Very, unique fragrance. Wait, is the tube in there? Yeah, okay. You can see it's already on a murky. Yeah, no, I think the murkiness is because of my glass, actually. Because this, ooh, where is it? These glass cups are not see-through. They are see-through, but not very see-through. So the murkiness is, I think that's from my glass, because when I look into the cup itself, oh, wait. You can see quite of a clear substance. They're very... I promise you, it's just the same cup, but you can see that's the bit of the difference. I don't think this tea is gonna taste good for letting it cool off too much, so there is something sweet to it, but like medicinal herb sweetness. I'm not able to place the honey yet, but I'm a bit scared to try. Let's go. Ooh. Oh. That's very earthy. Oh, I like. That's good. Wait, I wanna feel how it feels in the mouth. It's a very, very earthy. Very earthy. It gives a bit of a fuller mouthfeel. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I must admit this is the first cup, of course, so that can be quite light. Oh, it smells amazing. Oh, I think this... I would almost get this old library vibes. Like... Oh, it smells so amazing. From my cup, it smells like licorice, honey. They say something about plum, but I'm not quite sure. Ah, that's our Dutch F1 driver indeed. Yes, so it's a very famous Dutch yeah, F1 driver. If you're into the race car stuff, then Max Verstappen is one of the bigger names. Biggest names. Sorry, I'm just smelling this cup because this really smells amazing. It becomes sweeter. The smell. Seriously, it's a licorice. This is like medicine. I kid you not. This really smells like a medicine cabinet with this. You know, some of these throat kind of medicine have this sweet licorice kind of flavor and smell to it. I guess I could... It's something that reminds me a bit of it, but... Oh. And when you smell from the leaves, you get a more of an earthy tone to it. Is the music too loud, by the way? It's a different playlist, so I'm just gonna... Just a little bit. I think it's just it was good? Oh, okay, then I'll just place it back. I'll just put it back then. Oh, not go higher. Oh, these have both different smells, like extremely different. For my glass, it really smells very sweet. Like a sweet medicine. But from the gaiwan, it has more of this forest smell. With a small hint of that medicine. I think I actually like this one more than the other one that I have. Smell! Yeah, just let's make another cup. Otherwise I keep just sniffing on this thing and... Wait, do I have a timer on my tea app? I just want to... yeah, I do have a timer. Yeah, but not that one. Ah. Is there a different timer? This tea is not written in here. Great. So we're just gonna have a little timer on our phone. We're gonna use a timer on the phone. There you go. Joe gave me a timer, but that thing really makes a lot of noise, and it's every time when that timer goes off, it gives me this I don't know. It doesn't relax me at all, so that's why I'm not gonna use it. It's like a buzzer and loud sounds. I'm like, no, I don't want that. Those were 20 seconds. It's so fun. I always do my makeup before the stream and you don't really see much of my makeup at all. And I'm like, why did I do this? And yeah. It's a bit of, I guess a bit of a habit. What? Kid you not, it really smells like an old forest. Library. And medicine. I almost get a character kind of vibe with this tea. If I would have to describe the character for this tea, it would be a hobbit having her own like library with medicine, herbs in there, and it's just all in one place. All in one place. I don't know how to describe it differently. It did not become darker from what I can judge. It did not, maybe just a little bit. I mean, it's difficult to compare because this cup is transparent and this one is not. I think it didn't really... Yeah, it is. It did. A little bit. A little bit. Oh, Willy! Good luck. Wish her well. Hope she's doing well. Does she get specific Chinese medicine? Because I'm going to study it. I'm like, Chinese medicine is a whole different world than what we are used in the Western. I'm actually very amazed by how many items are actually used as Chinese medicine. Ooh. Okay, the first hit was very, very earthy, like a damp forest floor indeed. And then it hit me with something very sweet. Man, this stuff is good. I think this is gonna be better if I would drink it from a porcelain cup or ceramics. Because it does cool off very quickly. Oh, wow. Jeez. Joe is missing out on this one. I think he would like this one. Let me see what happens in the mouth as well. I do notice a little tea bitter. There's a long lingering on the side of the tongue. It's a combination of all different layers that I just spoke about all these different smells. You get all these different layers in the taste as well. Wow, I'm amazed. I'm amazed. How can they make these teas so well? And it's fun that because since I'm doing this way of drinking tea and this type of tea, Joe is also into more of the loose leaf teas. And nowadays he's when he buys tea, he also goes into all these kind of different flavors, and he tries a lot of different things. And he's like, oh my god, because of you, I cannot go back to all those bad tea bags anymore. It's always laughing about it because he's like, how did I got into tea now? I was like, well, because we're drinking it every Sunday, and sometimes in between, I make something as well. It's not much, but it's more like you start to notice the difference between a very good tea that has all these complex layers or a certain feeling in the body or something happening, in your mouth as well. And if you just have your regular tea bag, it's different. And I tried it. I have these big mugs of Starbucks. And I always drink my tea from my mugs. And I did try to have this low grade Tianjian oolong tea from the supermarket. And I just put it in a tea bag. The tea bag that you can just easily tie off. And it still tastes good. It still tastes better than a pre-package of tea already. So it's like, even if you have, I think if you have good tea, it doesn't matter on how you really drink it. Good tea is always better than crappy stuff. So, it smells so sweet. When it's cooled off, you really get this forest smell. I would almost say, like, if you're walking on a rainy day, on an autumn day in the forest, when the leaves are still hanging on the trees, I think that is actually the smell, how I would describe it. But also like on a cold rainy day in spring. You know, spring also has this kind of a sweet smell to it when it's raining. But I think autumn in this case would be the better description. Very good. I think 30 seconds would be better, because it was, I wouldn't say light, but I think this tea can handle some length. What I'm also gonna do is warm up my cup, because in between the cup does cool off. I think that's the only downside of this tea set, is that this tea set cools off very quickly. It's perfect for green tea, maybe also white tea. But yeah, those are the teas that you don't really drink in winter, and it's my winter set, so yeah. I just have to take it out more often. Let's go for a webcam. If my Steam Deck... There we go. "30 seconds. Here we go. That's my pet looking at you. Capybara's judging. He's still waiting. What the hell? I think Hank is actually a pretty funny name. And I was thinking that this tea might be very dark, but it looks pretty nice. Smell. Clone yourself, and then you have one part you can actually do your things that you are working on, and one part you can just chill and hang out. In for cloning, by the way. Ooh. It became very, very earthy. Then make another clone. Okay, first thing that popped out of my mind is really the damp forest floor. That was written in the description. What? I really like this tea. It has such a herbal medicine kind of taste, but also in a gentle and soft way. It's There's a lot of complexity in this tea with its flavors and smell, but it's not overwhelming. Like I said, I don't know if it's because of I'm using glass. Oh yeah, that's a very important thing to do, to have the socials of people if you have stuff going on. Promotional stuff is always quite a lot of work. What is the most fun thing that you like to do in these kind of things? What part of these kind of journeys do you enjoy the most, and which one do you like? You're like, oh, I hate this part. Why aren't we both in prison? Oh yeah, I'm sorry for your ears. Hello there, Glumpy. I'm complaining because that's a natural sport in Poland. I think the Dutch can also agree on that one. we also complain a lot. Yeah, that's because of the singing last night. I'm surprised your ears even survived that. No eardrums are busted, so. Oh. Oh wow, this has a very. I just cough and there's this sensation in my throat. What? They always say that white tea is medicine, but I actually feel that this tea has quite some charm on it as well. I think maybe Europe has. I think Europe has something like we always complain, but we don't do anything about it. I'm sorry about Golden yesterday. Oh my god. No, it's different. We complain but still do it. We complain and we don't do anything about it. Does that mean we win? Yeah, but the golden. Yeah, that was very golden. He doesn't really know much about the track, to be very honest. We haven't watched the Demon Hunters at all, so we don't really. We kind of have a bit of a clue of how the song goes, but at the same time, we don't. You wanted to sing it. I kind of know how that went. When he was singing it and he was already getting very high, I told him don't go too high now because you need to go higher than this later. I mean I do know a bit of the song and I know it's very very high pitched, and I think that's also one of the reasons why I don't really like that song. Is, how do I put it positively without being too negative? Okay, this is just my assumption. Sometimes I feel like they are making tracks to butcher someone's voice, and they always make the track so good that they end up in everybody's playlist and everybody trying to figure out how to do that part, and therefore butcher their own voices. in a very bad way sometimes. It sometimes feel like they're trying to make tracks that people should not be able to sing, if I say that correctly. And I feel kind of like they always keep doing that with all these kind of songs, like make a popular song and make sure not that a lot of people are going to have problems singing with it in karaoke style. But that's just what I thought about it, and always wondering, like, is the singer, the original singer, really okay with this high-pitched part of the song? Is she really okay? And is this something that she really did, or has there been alterations in, help from computer stuff and all that kind of things? I kind of wonder how many steepings we can get out of this tea. I mean, if we don't get many steepings, I still have some white tea on the background, so... Let's see, we have 30 seconds before. Should we try 40? Let's try... Okay, go for 40 or... Yeah, let's go for 40. There we go. I also keep my cup warm, because, yeah, cools off quite quickly. Oh, there we go. And I think the cats are also very tired because of yesterday, because they've been sleeping the whole day. Time. So I guess this became a 50 seconds steeping. No, they were not traumatized at all. No, not at all. Actually, Ayimi really likes noise. Like, she enjoys music a lot. Even when we were doing the karaoke, she was just with her nose on the microphone itself. She was standing next to me, and I was like, girl, I'm blasting your ears, and you're here standing like, ooh. Ow. Did not become much darker. I think it's still the same color. I kid you not, Colesbart. Every time when Joe has a music set up, she lays next to him or she lays on top of the deck. If Joe plays peep cakes, like the one with the very high tones, that for most people is like basically breaking their eardrums, the cat is sitting and sleeping next to him. I kid you not. Ooh. I like how this first sip is always this damp floor and then becomes sweet. Like, how? Ooh. Ooh, second to last CD being ripped. Nice. Add some milk, please. No, not gonna add milk. Not to this one. Not to this one. I think milk would not be a very good option on this tea. Do I have a tea that would go well with milk? The flavor is getting lighter though, so I might have to brew a bit longer. It smells so sweet. It actually became sweeter. I love how it lingers in the mouth. Oh. I almost get a bit like quiet about this one. It's a very good tea. It's better than the other Heicha that I tried. I think the other Heicha has a bit of a different flavor. It didn't have this complexity, if I remember correctly. Oh, Jamut, this is so good. I really like this one. I really like this one. Feels a bit grounding. I think this one would be perfect on an autumn walk in the forest. I think this would be perfect. You just watched an over-romanticized 1860s movie, so inner happiness achieved. Oh, I think I kind of have that forest hobbit in her. Sorry, I do not know how to pronounce it correctly. Apothecary, like if she has this own place with all these medicine herbs and books and deep in the forest, like living in a clay covered or clay kind of hut. Oh, really? Yeah, that word. Apothecary? Apothecary? I have no idea how to pronounce that word. Not a cottage, yeah, it's a cottage as well, but more like a cottage with a lot of medicine herbs. Apothecary. This is gonna be fun on YouTube. Close enough. Blech. Back in the days when my English was very good and my writing was also very good, but since I went into the workforce, things got bad. Really. Yeah, chocolate. That's more of my thing. Oh, chocolate. Would that go well with this? No. No, I don't think chocolate would go well with this one. What would go well? Does it smell floral? Wait, what? That's not my makeup, right? No. It's also not my hair. Wait up. Get my hair out of the way. This song is actually tickling my brain. Like... Why does it smell different? Wait, it's not my hair, right? Wait up, wait up, wait up. Wanna be for sure. No, there is something floral in my Gongda Bay. Did we went from autumn to spring? Yes, a little bit. It also pops up in the gaiwan as well. I'm gonna brew this a bit longer. Let's see. Let's go for 1 minute. No, 1 minute and 15 seconds. No, my nose is really doing awesome things. I mean, there's a lot of things. It's so complex. It's just, it's hard to tell what's happening. I feel like the tea became softer on the nose. Let's see, 1 minute and 15 seconds, because why not? Let's start. Keep my cup warm. I was actually watching a Chinese drama, so isn't it amazing how we mostly use sight and feel, yet often ignore other senses like taste and smell? That's why these kind of tastings are so amazing, because it really is asking you to sit down with your tea and really taste and experience. And even in the tea tasting, you can experience feelings in the mouth as well. Like, in some cases, they describe the tea as a fuller mouthfeel. And for me, that is still a little bit hard to grasp. Like, I do understand it, and I think it happened a few times before. My gaiwan is hot. This is gonna be interesting. But even in that part, you actually get to experience these sensations as well. But yes, we ignore quite a lot of senses. A lot of them. It's a shame. And I do understand, because we mostly rely on our eyes. Like, I think most of the time. Let's see, get you guys a bit closer. I always think we rely on our eyes a lot. And that's how we get deceived. A lot. I think music is one of these beautiful things that can help to experience sound in a different way. But it is helpful if you have DJs around you who can talk about their experience and talk about the layers, and then you can sit down and actually listen with a different ear, like a different reception or something. Wow. I think we had most of the tea out of it, like most of the taste out of this one. Like, I think the strongest one was in the beginning. But I think what I have now as a taste can linger for quite a time. Yeah, but that's the same with me with tea. Like, most DJs cannot listen normally to music anymore, and if I taste tea from a tea bag, I can really like, that became bitter because it's dust and different water and stuff like that. So I can understand these kind of things. Also, you hear different layers, and therefore you hear what's wrong or out of balance. I think that's the same with people who cook as a job. They probably cannot always eat out anymore because they taste like, oh, that's a horrible restaurant and stuff like that. That's why last time we had a very good friend popping over out of nowhere, and I cooked for, I wouldn't say the first time, but I made this tofu dish from a recipe that I found. And the guy popped up and I was like, oh, that's great because I made too much tofu and I cannot put this in the fridge. And I sat down, I was like, oh my god, no, I forgot this guy is actually a cook. And he makes food, very good food, and oh my god. I feel bad right now. But he said that it tasted good, so it was a very big compliment. But I think many of the tea tasters that buy their tea, I think they also cannot just get a... I also don't order tea anymore as often as I did before when I go out for dinner. Because I know it's bad tea. And you pay a lot for it. Like you pay €3.50 for a hot water with a bag of dust slapped into your water. I don't want that. Should we go for one more cup? I think I'm just gonna sleep it longer. Yeah, that one. Like, why? You're serving me those kind of tea bags and you ask €3.50. It's like, dude. It's for what? Here's the fun thing from the Chinese restaurant. They have €2.50 for a cup of chrysanthemum tea, and it becomes €3 if you have the whole teapot. I'm like, can I get the whole teapot? When you open it up, there's like the real flowers are in there. I was in a restaurant that served me sencha, but in a tea bag. That's bad. That's really bad. Oh, whole leaves in a tea bag. Oh, that's actually a lot better. But you don't really see that very often. Like the fresh condiments, like fresh mint in mint tea. For €3? No, I was actually talking about the bad tea bags for €3.50 or €2.50. But like from the Chinese restaurant, €3 for like the teapot, and then the fresh flowers in there, like the fresh dried flowers. That's a good tea. And like, I get a whole teapot for €3. Then it's good. Wow. The Gujang is really blasting. Nice. It's a whole different playlist than before, so. They should make more of these tea bags that with the whole leaves in there. But it is kind of expensive, I think. Yes, my gaiwan is hot. Ew. Yeah. I'm about to warm up my cup. Oh, it's still warm. So we had 1 minute and almost 50 seconds, I guess. Oh, yeah, jasmine and it was loose tea. I think most Chinese restaurants actually use those loose leaf teas. Like, it's a lot better than the tea bags with dust in it. I think jasmine tea is one of the most used ones, so that they use the fresh ones, like the loose tea leaves. But green tea, they got the supermarket pack. They were like, yeah, bro, we don't have the one, you get a tea bag. Hey, it became more earthy, with a slight bitter tone to it. I think green tea is not something that they have laying around. Time for buckwheat tea. Nice. Yeah, I'm also thinking, like, should I go a little bit lighter and go for a white tea? You know what? I'm just gonna combine. Combine. So, we still have a warm cup, which is probably the 5th brewing I forgot to count. And the first one. So, okay, did not expect. There's a lot of sensation in my mouth right now that I cannot describe. Huh? What? Actually cooled off. Did taste well. There's an explosion of different things happening in the mouth. Of course, it's cold or very cooled off. It gives a very fresh feeling in the mouth that stays in there, like almost like the like mint kind of sensation. There's a sweetness hanging around. That's interesting. So let's finish off with something warm and see what happens. I always think these sensations are so bizarre. It's so much more earthy and woody. When it's warm, it has a different sweetness to it. Okay, I like this one. I really like this one. And okay, I'm just gonna make a little bit of white tea. Gonna put this one in here, because why not? Just to hang a little bit longer with you guys. What? Not too sure what to do now. Let's go for a little bit of white tea. Ah, my fingers. Yeah. Yes. Let's see. Why are you not draining? You forgot what you were doing? Okay, everything smells clean. Yeah. Oh, my tray is a bit low. Quickly going to weigh the white tea a little bit. White tea. We can go for a 90. I go for 90. I know that this white tea is an aged white tea. Can actually go for almost like 100 to 95 degrees Celsius. Let's see, what do I have? I think I'll just go for like 3.5 grams. If I smell correctly, this might be the Laoshu Gongmei. Must be actually, because that's one of my favorites. Pizza! Oh, I want to. I shouldn't. I should really start skipping a lot of junk food. So, yeah, I think this is Laoshu Gongmei, and I think it's from 2020. The rinse. I cannot give a rinse to my teapot right now, so just. Just gonna do it like this. Yeah, this must be the 2020, but I could also almost think like this is 2018. Put the tea in the oven as well. You can do that with a... You can do that with an oolong if it's been there for quite a while, then you have to actually re-bake your oolong. Yeah, it does. No, I think this is the 2020. The reason why I think that it might be the 2020 is because on the 24th of April, I went walking with my best friend and I took two teas with me. One of them was green tea and the other one was a white tea. And I think it was actually the Laoshu Gongmei 2020 because that's the one that I have a big cake. So I start overbrewing. And Gongmei is one of my favorites in the white tea. How tea drunk can we get today? Wait, not to forget white tea. All the drops have to go out from white tea, otherwise you get a very bitter tea. Oh, this tea always smells so amazing. This is the fun one about this one. Look how light. Like, we're going for a white tea right now, which is a very light color. Let's see. I have Gongmei. White. Gongmei. The first one was 30 seconds. I guess that would have been fine. Tea pizza. How about a tea pizza? Wow! Oh, wait up. What happened? That's actually very... That's a fun one. Okay, listen up, listen up. We just had a very dark... Like, no, not dark. A very woody... earthy... kind of flavor with the Heicha. So these are very two different spectrums, okay? So we have Heicha, which is very post-fermented tea, very dark. And now we're going over to a white tea, which is the complete opposite. Like, white tea is the minimum processing that a tea can get. So it's totally the exact opposite, like black and white, dark and light. And this is exactly what is just happening in this teacup. And I must say, I am drinking an aged white tea, so that's a little step. Like, after the white tea, you get one step that's like the aged white tea. But still, going from this very, very dark to a very light tea. This is such a... Wow, my brain is trying to process this. What is happening? Like, we have this very earthy, very woody, very flavor of medicine and herbs that are very wet and woody, earthy, grounding. And now we get into a taste that is also like this medicine kind of taste, but with a lot of sourness to it. And floral as well. It's the exact opposite. I think that's a very beautiful combination for today. I thought like, oh, we're just gonna pop up a white tea in there because we can, but it is actually a very complementary difference. Everything is a smoke machine if you operate it bad enough. Oh my god. I'm amazed. Risette, how is your puerte? Guys, I'm so amazed. This is such a fun experiment. Oh, I was not expecting this. Both teas are, by the way, from Chamut, so it's this is so fun. Okay, I think my Gongdabe has a bit of a weird smell to it, but did I clean this one? Oh. Also the mouthfeel and the aftertaste of this one. I already know about the aftertaste of this one, how it lingers in the mouth. I think that's also a beautiful difference between these two teas. I know, for example, that I can get 6 brewings out of this one. I think the other one was also about 6. But with... My apologies, I'm drinking too much. But the other one was also 6. And I think with the other one, we get most of the flavor in the second and third brewing. And I know of this one can really go very well for a long time. I'm just gonna go for the second infusion. No, I thought Joe was coming home. There, Klompy, what pizza are you getting? Do you have a specific flavor? Let's see if I can still drain. Oh, nothing to drain here. Still have to edit my video from this from the video that I made. It's getting a bit of a darker yellow color. I think this really looks very lovely in this cup. But I'm trying to make a... No, not trying. I am making a video of these tea tastings in a shorter version. And I talk just as much. I think this is definitely the Laoshu Gongmei from 2020. Because 2018 would have a bigger hit of a sour note. My favorite. Laoshu Gongmei 2018, the 20-minute video tasting is online. I'm still trying to figure out how to do the 2020 version a little bit smaller. I still have to cut and edit and stuff like that. So in a way, I do like video editing, but it's also a bit like, how do I want to create this video? Joe was told me, like, maybe you can use the videos from your live stream and use that for the smaller videos. I could, but it's also fun to retaste the tea and experience a different setting. For example, I remember that I had this Laoshu Gongmei tea tasting side by side, 2018 and 2020, on a stream. But because of the video, I made them separately. And on the stream, I used 80 degrees Celsius water temperature. And for the video itself, I used 95 degrees Celsius. And I experienced something different on that moment. And it was like, hey, this is not the same as the stream. And I was like, oh yeah, that's true, because I have the water temperature set higher. And I think that's a very, it's a new way of tasting your tea. And I like it. I'm just gonna keep brewing. Go for T-cam. Have my leg up. We are going third infusion, 50 seconds. To think of it. In 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. Okay. I still have to figure out what to do. Because in 5 weeks, I would be having my streaming anniversary. And I have no clue what to do. No clue what to do. I thought the proper way to make tea is putting the leaves in cold water, then put it in the oven and heat it up. We can try. But what temperature and how long? That's the next question. So yeah, streaming anniversary in 5 weeks. It would not be as grand as what Joe did. I can promise you that one. Do a crazy thing. Set up your Christmas tree in June. No! Your buckwheat tea is ready. I already have my 3rd cup of Laoshu Gongmei 2020. I like the different tea tastings here. Green tea, buckwheat tea, white tea, Heicha. 12 minutes. Yeah, that's because it's an herbal tea, so that's why it takes a lot longer. Herbal teas and flower teas always take... It's tisane. Tisane? Whatever. And that's why it takes like 10 minutes minimum of brewing time. So I'm still in for a blind tasting, but the thing is, Joe should help me out with that one. 2-minute brewing and then 10-minute brewing undercover. Yeah, that's true. Wait, the buckwheat are leaves? I have to figure out how to do the blind tasting, like... Joe should prepare the tea, but does he know how to prepare the tea? So, that's one thing that I'm a little bit like, how should we do that? Should he hand over the packages to me and he writes down what tea it is and I have to figure it out? But then again, if it's an oolong, that's the first thing that I see. So the question is, like, what should I do? Should I have the blind tasting, like he put it in all kind of like little sample packages, and I would have to figure out what tea it is by looking at it and smelling the dry leaves? Or should I really figure out like blindfolded, and he prepares 3 of them. And let me taste it. Yeah, I was thinking about like the 2 grams indeed. I did find these little gaivans on Mayleaf website. I think these are little 50 milliliters gaiwan, so that's like the tinier than this one. And they use about 2.5 to 3 grams, and then there's very small cups to brew it, to drink from it. But still, he has to be able to brew the tea correctly. That would be a nice way, like, did you watch my streams, darling? Did you learn? It would be fun though. But that's the thing that I'm a little bit like, how should I proceed on that one? Because the thing is, if I have, for example, certain oolongs are little rolled up balls, so that means I directly see that it's an oolong. So that wouldn't be very fun. I have no idea how to proceed on this one yet. I'll talk with him and see if he is up for these kind of shenanigans and help me out figuring out what to do. If you have ideas, leave it in the Discord channel, please. But yeah, I think the small gaiwan tasting experience is something that I had in mind. Also for regular tasting. So more like instead of having always these 5 grams in my gaiwan, having these very small ones, and therefore little bits of tea to sample. Not every day, but more regular. Oh, burp. Yeah, the tea pad is still grading in here. Yeah, you can play something if you don't have anything to do. I keep talking the whole time, but this tea is really getting better by every cup I drink. I must admit though, I think that's a bit of the sad thing about this tea set, is it looks lovely, but I think most of the flavor I always get from the porcelain cups. Hakisumi, you should play something. You should definitely also have some time off. It's also something that I recommend Joe always doing as well. On Friday, he was like, yeah, should I work on things and stuff like that? I said, no, you have a very long stream tomorrow, and you have, like, you're going to be 12 hours streaming, and you're going to be 12 hours of being busy and working and stuff like that. So please do something for yourself. You are working very hard, Hakisume, so I think you should really take some off, just to have a little bit of decompression, gain a little bit of energy back, and then you can do things again. No, it's very, very important, De Clumpy. It's very important. I mean, back in the time when I made a lot of clothing, I also had to take frequent breaks in between because if you keep on going and pushing, I think this actually eats from your creative energy, and it's bad actually. I pushed myself too hard on those parts, and I lost a lot of passion in that part. And I think therefore it's very important to take these moments off in between, especially if it can wait a little longer. Then take the time off. If it has to be done, then it has to be done, and you should be doing it. But if you're like, I can do this tomorrow, or I can do this on a Tuesday, and you set yourself that make that appointment with yourself, like, I'm gonna do this on Monday evening or Tuesday morning, anything like that, then that's a promise to yourself. Set it aside and take some rest. Why is this tea so good? It's so good, this tea. It is a 1 minute and 10 seconds. I'll be right back. Hallo, ben je ook eens wakker? Kom. Kom, kijk. Okay, that's overstepping. In the meantime, I also saw that my cat woke up. Sorry, I just really had to go to the toilet. Lily! Lily! Why are you ignoring me? Lily! Kitty! Hi! Yeah, come. Come. Sure. Sure. Hello, vriendin. Hello, my love. Hello, my friend. Here, have your table. Go up. Kitty! Hey. 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 Yeah. Oh. Fun thing about cats, that if you buy them a little sweet little bed, they're not using it for half a year. And I'm talking about... Okay. You see that little fuzzy bed over there, this little pink thingy? It's very fluffy and very nice and thick. We got 2 of them. Bought them half a year ago. And now finally she's using it. Hey. Hello. Oh, that's actually not bad. Yes, rub your face. Really do. Yeah, I know. It's I tried a few things like putting some catnip in there, putting something in there to give them that safe feeling. I even placed them in there just to have their smell a little bit in it. But she's like, how do I use this thing? So I just have it on the floor the whole time, and she walks past it, she smells, she sniffs, and eats a little bit with her paws, and then goes away. But Ayimi has this other thing that she's obsessed with, so I'm like, okay, she has her own spot. Where you going? Bye. Bye, kitty. Okay, I'm going to brew the last cup because damn. Yeah, that is going to be the 6th infusion. So okay, that. How many cups did I drink? Holy damn! Did I drink 12 cups of tea? How much tea did I drink? I think the answer on this one is yes. How much tea did you drink? Yes. Of course we know they don't respond in words. I don't know, using language for the cat is the same, like, yeah, you meow to me, I also don't understand parts of what you're saying, so that's why body language is very important. Yes, I talk to my cats, but I also look at their body language. How is the tail moving? How are the eyes standing? What are the ears doing? Where's their body moving around? How are they breathing? So these are very small but very important things that I do look at. You say they do not care at all, but mind you, making sound, even if they don't understand, they can hear the tone of your voice. And the tone of your voice is something that they pick. They get that. They do get that frequency. They do understand that part. So no, they do not understand my words. They do pick up the frequency of me saying something positive or in a positive way. Even if I just said, oh, you're such a ugly little dorky kitty, I mean it in a friendly way. Even when my words are not friendly, she does pick up the friendliness. And I think that's an important thing to do, to use with animals, is the positive tone and the positive vibe that you're bringing them. I often just call her Dorky. And I use it to tease her a little bit, as she goes also in a little bit of a teasing mode. But the moment when I call her cutie is when she's laying down and I softly whisper the words like, oh, you're such a cutie. And she really like gets into those words. So she doesn't understand the words, but she does understand, like, hey, this is a positive vibe, this is a good meaning, or this is something positive. And I think even though cats are not vocal of themselves, some of them are, by the way, I still think that communication is key. I'm just gonna drop the tea underneath my table, by the way. Can I just dig in? not gonna drink the rinse, but I think some of the words they do understand somehow. I mean, if I say to Ayimi high five, she does understand mostly the gesture that I make. So I hold the candy and I point like, can I get a high five? High five, high five. So holding the candy and the movement, she does understand actually. Yeah, this is the last cup, that's for sure. Jokes. I should try my husband. Should he? I think he doesn't listen. I'm his wife, so he never listens. Well, he does listen, but like after. Which is fine. Sometimes he does take my word directly, and that's very helpful, also for him. Ah, this tea is so good. So we have quite some tea soup underneath this table. Because I'm pouring in the leaves in here as well, like Go out. I think after this one, I just go watch my Chinese drama series again. I was really like watching this drama, and it is actually quite a dark story, to be honest. You mean like a kettle like this one? I mean, it does make sound, but keeps the temperature. Which I am going to set on 100, by the way. But yeah, the Chinese drama is a bit of a dark history with the character. I'm like, whoa. That's dark. I did not expect it from that kind of a quirky kind of drama to be that dark. Let's see. Can I okay. There. Second there. I can clean as well. Yay. You have the old water kettle that really still makes it like the noise. And then you have to turn off the heat to let it shut up. Do you mean that kind of kettle, or is that the one that you have? So, yeah, that one. No, I have one that turns, it's just, it keeps the heat on. And this is very nice. But let's see, the drama that I'm looking is When Destiny Brings the Demon. Good one, but very dark. Oh, yeah. Let's You did not see it, but that went over my hands. That was hot. That was very hot. That was not pleasant. But yeah, you should get yourself this kettle. It's very pleasant. You just keep it plugged in. You can have your temperature set to whatever degree you want. I do recommend with these gooseneck kettles though to use filtered water. So that is something I would suggest. Yeah, it's clean. 8 million degrees? 100 degrees Celsius, would that be enough? I think the water temperature doesn't go higher than that. I think that's about not physics, but science. Water doesn't boil more than 100 degrees, right? If I'm still correct. I didn't really pay much attention in those kind of classes. Oh, wait. Before I burn my fingers on this cup. There we go. Superheated water is liquid water under pressure at temperatures between the usual boiling point 100 and the critical temperature 300. Wait up! I was reading. Subcritical water or pressurized hot water. So it is possible? Is that what you're saying? It is possible? Technically, yes. I don't know, man. I don't think I want my tea to be that hot. I also don't think the tea leaves are very happy with that as well. I think my tea leaves would just basically vaporize. Vaporize? Would it vaporize? Melt? I think melt would be a better description in that case. Why is this song suddenly so dark? A very dark song in the background. Oh, that's hot. Mind you, I am going to change this one because it feels very, very, very dark. I'm just gonna put on my regular... something a little bit more... It was very dark. Wow. I mean, you know this playlist, so... And the worst thing is I'm hungry, but Joe's not here yet. Hubby, if you're watching, come home, cook me food, please. Your wife is hungry. If ever I get a better kitchen, I really hope to find the inspiration to cook. Also the dare to cook. For those who are living by themselves, when you started out cooking for yourself, like, didn't you have moments where you're like, I don't know how to make this better, or like in the beginning your own cooking might probably not be the best yet, but you have to figure out your own taste and stuff like that. I always wonder, like, if people start living on their own and they have to start cooking and they have not been taught well or haven't been cooking at home often or at all. Like I'm always a little bit wondering like how were your first experiences when you started cooking for yourself? Like, was it tasty? Did you like what you were cooking? Or were you like, oh, I need to do this differently, or I need a better options? Or like every time when I cook for myself, because I'm busy with all the ingredients, I mostly work from recipe, by the way. Back in a time when I tried to taste my own food, I was always so not happy because it always sounded better on paper, on the recipe, than that I was eating. And I was like, this is not what this is not what I like. So finding recipes for me that are tasty, I try to save them up because that's important for me. Especially as someone who is a difficult eater with all these flavors and stuff like that. So I'm like, probably won't really find me making meat because it's both expensive and it should be prepared very well. Let's see. Cooking or heating up what things? No, I mean cooking. Not heating up. Cooking. Or after you have been cooking your own stuff, then heating it up is, you know, still eating your own food. They're clumpy. I eat at work. That's also a good option. If it's an option, then it's very good. But I secretly hope to be able to cook proper food in the future. Because I do kind of want to learn it. But I always get very what's it called? Stressed in the kitchen. Like, oh, what should I do first? Should this one go first? And at what time should I start this one? And at what time should I start making the potatoes? And at what time should I start cooking the vegetables? And there's like pots and pans everywhere because I use different pans for everything. Well, Joe is always like the type, oh, I can reuse this pan. I can reuse the juices from the chicken for some kind of a stock or whatever. I'm always a little bit like, wow, amazed by it. And I mean, when he is cooking, last time I said to him like, okay, I want to help. I want you to support me in the kitchen. So I start cooking, but I want your support on what I should be doing or stuff like that. So there was something in the food, something with potatoes, mashed potatoes, and I was smelling it and I was like, this is missing something. And I started to add herbs to it that I in that moment thought like, okay, I want to add this. This is something that I miss. And eating it, I was like, yes, this was exactly what I wanted to eat. And he was like, yeah, but because you're doing your tea tastings as well, you start to experience your own flavors and your own smell, and then you're like, I'm missing this herbal kind of smell, like rosemary or anything like that. But I hope, yeah, I still hope to make proper meals in the future. Threw away 2 pans yesterday. Got destroyed after accidentally forgot to turn off the stove. Oh, my 2 extreme heats. It was scratched. The second one was scratched. So out of concern, threw the boat. Yeah, it's better to throw them out then. Dude, forgetting to turn off the stove. No. That's a classic. That's really a classic. That's what would happen in my Sims, you know? In my Sims game. No, it doesn't go off. Okay. Too bad. The house started to smell bad, so it was a wake up call. Oh my god. I am not the one who's standing in the kitchen quite often, but I do know if you're finished your cooking, turn off the stove. Really. It's much easier to turn it back on than to turn it off. You know, I mean, don't forget your stove. It's 101 cooking. You don't have the fire alarms, by the way? Because that's also something that always happens when I start cooking. Those things, when I'm just melting the butter and I have my stove on medium, low temperature, I have the blower thing going on, that crazy thing starts to, you know, just get on my nerves. So yeah, it's that's also something with cooking that I really dislike, are those smoke alarms. I really hate smoke alarms. They should make smoke alarms that you have a little button in your kitchen and says, "I'm just cooking," and then it turns off. You know? And why have a smoke alarm just above your pots and pans when you're cooking? It's also something I don't understand. Smoke is a little bit, it's quite normal to have in the kitchen, so can that thing just calm its tits? Or how we learned yesterday, tiddles. Nope, you're a oh, really? I think all Dutch houses have smoke alarms in the kitchen, and I do not understand why. In a way, I kind of understand the fact that, okay, it might be the first place to catch fire because you are really busy with fire and cooking. But it's also the place where smoke is natural to have during cooking. So can we just make smoke alarms that we can have a very quick button that says, "I'm just cooking, shut up, nothing is on fire, calm your tiddles." Because it's annoying, and it's really something that really takes the fun out of cooking, just being scared of the smoke and your smoke alarm is going off and not being able to go to the smoke alarm. And really, those things are so extremely loud. I have to cover my ears while I have to get the stairs and also have to turn off the stove. And I'm like, having a smoke alarm in your kitchen is actually more dangerous because it produces so much sound that you forget to turn off the stove. So, yeah, pitch it on Shark Tank. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. I'm mad at it because the smoke alarm is just crying because there is smoke because I am cooking, heating up food. And it's not like black smoke, it's just the regular smoke. And even with the blower thingy on, it's like, oh, you're cooking. And I'm like, yeah, now I have to turn off the stove if I don't forget it. And turn off the thing that is blasting my ears out. You could place the alarm somewhere else. Yeah, but the thing is, when back in our renting apartment, we were not allowed to change it. And in this house where we bought it, they placed it above cooking part. No, not above the cooking part, but very close by. So we actually took it off, placed it somewhere that we could just press the button, shut up, and so it's annoying. But yeah, also if there is with smoke alarms, I would be very glad if there would be something that you can reach for a button and say it's fine, nothing wrong, and have a smoke alarm that actually reacts on it, like, oh, okay, do your thing. I think it is. I think it is. Suitable for kitchens thanks to heat detection. The heat detector reacts to heat instead of smoke. Especially suitable for kitchen, bathroom and garage basement, attic or motorhome, where steam, dust and exhaust gases irritate classic smoke. Ah! Yeah, exactly. Because it's a classic smoke detector, so they react about basically everything. Because I also like to use my incense, and that's quite a lot of smoke. But it would be nice to have detectors that don't react on those kind of things, actually. I have to figure out. I have to figure out something. Because it's quite annoying. Especially with incense, I just like to smudge and smoke the thing out of it, but yeah. Oh, really? 22 euros on Amazon. That sounds fine. I did found a smoke detector, I believe, that you can... That does have that system where you can push a button on the wall, but I have to look into it a few more times because it would be so much more nicer to have to reach for a simple button on the wall, like, oh, no. Cooking. We're good. So, I'm just gonna see if Joe is almost home. I'm so hungry. Oh my god. And I think I'm just gonna stop streaming and wash my face and remove the makeup, even though you don't see it. Haha. I think you see it a little bit. My skin looks nice, so you do see some of the makeup. And I have eyebrows. Otherwise, you wouldn't see that either with these lights on. Okay, that's a good one. That's also an option. I think I might. We did remove it from the kitchen, but it is placed, you know, somewhere that we can reach. But yeah, I'm gonna stop streaming. I'm gonna put my gear back, and I'm gonna watch my not Korean but Chinese drama again. Just really wonder how things are going in there. I'm gonna phone Joe if he can come home and cook food because I'm hungry. As for next week, depending a little bit on the weather, but I am thinking about a green tea. I do have some green tea from Georgia. So, not China, Georgia. So, I think upcoming week the weather might be better, and then a green tea would be very nice. So, I'll just see what the weather does and depend a little bit. Maybe it's gonna be an oolong or it's gonna be a green tea, one of them. I'll just figure out with Joe about the anniversary stream about some ideas. If you have ideas, pop it in the Discord channel. It will be fun to see what your ideas are about it, because yeah, it's a tea stream, so it's not a music stream. I kind of have to look what, like, I'm not gonna stream for 12 hours. I'll promise you guys that. So but I do want to do something fun with it. I don't want to slide it just like that. So I want to do something fun. I think blind tasting or recognizing tea, something like that, might be a fun one. Especially the ones that I do have in my collection. But I'll ask Joe about it as well. Maybe preparing bad tea Gong Fu Chasta as well. Oh my god, no. Or cheap tea Gong Fu Chasta. We can also try that one as well. I'll just have to figure out what to do. But if you have any ideas, pop it in Discord channel. Before I keep rambling on, I'm just gonna say thank you guys so much for joining the stream today. And thank you for having tea with me, having a chat with me, talking about smoke alarms, food, and all the awesome projects that you guys are doing. So, I always told Joe to have this thing ready. And now I forget my own parts, so yeah, I'm just gonna leave it like that. Have a good evening, have a good day, have a good week to you guys. Enjoy the weather if the weather is good. If it's not a good weather, then still enjoy the weather, I guess. Go out, have some fun, or stay at home and play games or watch a movie. Have a good rest. Also to you, Hakisume and Bali. You too. Also have a good rest when you come home. To you guys, all of you guys, take a good rest. So, we need that once in a while. Bye bye, everybody, and hopefully see you next week. Eat well if you don't have eaten yet. Gosh, I'm too hungry. Bye! Next week you will prepare your Cameroon tea. Oeh, look forward. Een prettige voorzetting van de avond. Dankjewel. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.